Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that was sent to me by Lee M. out of Alberta, so thank you very much, Lee. Now, I feel a little weird doing one of these because I've had Sierra Nevada Fresh, and I've had Sierra Nevada Older. And the problem with Sierra Nevada is I can never find a bottling date on them. And I know, in the immortal words of Greg's Beer Reviews, put your dates on the bottles, guys. But this is Sierra Nevada's Hop Hunter, which is 6.2% alcohol by volume, and it is brewed with distilled hop oil. This is going to be resiny as fuck. Now, what I was going to say is I've had Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and I loved it. And I had Sierra Nevada Torpedo, which is a very well-respected beer. And I fucking hated it. And I found out later on that it's made with Citra hops, which explained a lot. It was probably like 4 or 5 months old. The Citra hops had faded to basically nothing but bitter pill taste. And yeah, that happened. And after 3,800 plus reviews, I just don't care to edit it out anymore. It happened. I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's try this. I'm really excited to try it, but like I said, at the same time, I'm worried. I'm excited and worried at the same time. This bottle opener works really well. This is the Bose bottle opener that came as the we're sorry for making your Greener Futures box a month and a half late. Like you ended up getting the 1 month, and then like 2 weeks later you got the other month. Okay, so there we go. Nice hoppy beer. Pretty much crystal clear. I can see my hand. Yeah, I can see my hand. Crystal clear. Beautiful, beautiful golden color. Beautiful white head. Just about 2 fingers, a finger and a half. Nice looking beer. Nice looking beer. A little bit of a snap, crackle, pop. Not much. That's okay. Let's give her a sniff. Now here's where I'm worried, because this is made with distilled hop oil, which in of itself scares me, because yeah, I like hops, but only specific hops, and hop oils aren't usually something I'm a big fan of. So this does scare me a little bit. But what scares me even more is there's not much of a hop scent. You know what, it kind of has that. It kind of has that grapefruit and caramel scent, which really worries me, because that makes me think that I'm just going to get like that grapefruity, caffeine-pilled, piney taste that I think is shit. I think it's shit. No, it's a taste I just don't like. It's what it comes down to. There's nothing wrong with the taste. There are people that love it. It's just a taste I don't like. You see how far we've come. I've gone from being able to say exactly what's on my mind to having to explain everything that I say, because if I don't, I get the keyboard warriors. I fucking love this beer. You're a fucking fat idiot albino. Like, it's a fucking beer. Some of us like it, some of us don't. I'm not being an asshole. I'm telling my opinion in a fairly rational manner. A fairly rational manner. So let's try the beer. Cheers. Thank you again, Lee. Fuck you. No, not. I don't actually mind this. I thought I was going to hate it. I really thought I was going to hate it. And in all honesty, using distilled hop oil in the brewing process may actually make some of those hop flavors last longer than just using cone or pellet hops. this isn't bad. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I don't actually pick up all that much. I expected a lot more hoppiness on it. So it might be old, but I mean, I personally did sit on it about 3 or 4 weeks after it came here. The problem is, like, you get a lot of beer. Between what I buy, what's shipped to me, what breweries ask me to do, I get a lot of beer. I probably have like 25 beers left over there now, which is pretty good because I was up at 65 for a while. So, I mean, we're doing good, but at the same time, I sit there and I think, how many of those beers are losing flavor every day because I just can't get them? I need some review partners. I need some review partners. Let's keep going. Okay, so medium to light bodied, fairly low carbonation. I mean, not much playing on the tongue, which is a change from what I've drank over the last 2 weeks. The tongue is fairly unaffected by the carbonation in this. Creamy, a little bit of caramel forefront, a little bit of caramel and just sweet forefront, just malt and caramel. Back end, a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of pine, just not much at all. There is, right before the grapefruit and pine come in, there's just this spike. It's this spike of resininess, you know, just that hop oil, kind of pine cone hop oil, just bitter. It's just bitter for the reason of being bitter. And that spike hits. That's the reason why I can't really chug it. Like, I have a tear in my eye now. The first 2 sips, nothing wrong with it. That third sip where I took like 3 swigs at once, tear in the eye from that spike, because that spike just kept growing. Where the first 2 times I got the spike, but it went away immediately. So you get that spike of bitter, and then you get grapefruit and pine, and it just fades out to nothing. It's not a bad beer as long as you're not trying to chug it. Right there, that was perfect. That's exactly what I want. Right there. That's a good beer. Out of 10 on this beer that was sent to me by Lee, probably a 7.25. I do enjoy it. I don't think it's the greatest thing I've ever had since sliced bread or anything, but I enjoy it. It's a solid fucking beer. And I know some people love it. I mean, when Aaron was here, when Aaron joined us for his first review, he said this is one of his favorite beers. And I could see a lot of people loving this beer. It's just not something I love, which is fine. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir, a bientôt. See you soon. Bye-bye. Running down my mustachio.